at the top, brother.
Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you. You can't be done talking to me right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people, them? We are back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown. And joining me this week, I got my bro Sterling, I got my brother Cross, I got my bro Maddalena in the house, and we got HeadKickPod. Kick him in the head! He's right here with us. And we've got MMA normally Olin as well in the house. Go. How y'all fellas doing? Let's start with Olin and work our way around back. Come on, Olin, how you doing?
Man, it is a beautiful, beautiful day in paradise whenever I get to chop it up with the boys and go over some MMA news. So, yeah, you won't catch me frowning. You'll only catch me smiling and just enjoying the presence of greatness that I'm surrounded by today. And with that, y'all, Keith, kick him in the head. Tell the people, how's your day going, my guy?
You know,
I love that.
Oh, man, bro. Everybody holds their breath.
That's the best possible. That's the best possible.
Did he just like speak without speaking and then just hit us over?
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
Scumbag.
Oh, that was great.
that was good.
That was good. Top of the table, yeah, man.
I'm doing amazing after that. McDain, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Like, that just made my day. Let's go.
I'm good, boys. You know what I mean? I had a pretty
McDain.
solid day. The little one is now 6 months old, so she started on solid food today. We tried to give her some avocado, some broccoli. I mean, just some soft stuff. And you should have seen the face on her. She was like, get that shit away from me. She was not interested in any of that. So, yeah, I mean, we'll try again another day, but she's ready, man. Stepping stones, boys. The life of a dad.
Come on.
The life
Cross.
of that.
Man, it's a good day, man. Whenever I get to come on here, chop it up with the homies, man, interact with the chat, I can't beat it. I don't know about you guys, but I look forward to getting on here with y'all each and every time, man.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same.
And our brother Sterling, man. How you doing, man? We know you started camp today. How's the body feeling? How you doing, brother?
Dog, I'm feeling good, man. We got something to look forward to finally. I feel like I'm back in I feel like I've just been kind of floating, not knowing really what to do. So, we're locked in now, son. Got something to look forward to. After that, going to see fucking Namli and fucking Viva Las Vegas, son, for fucking UFC X. I'm here with the boys, man. Like Crossover said, bro, this is my favorite show. Fuck all the interviews. Fuck doing the matchmaking. This is the fucking show right here, people. The Fight Week show. I'm here with the fucking boys, man. And we had some fucking bangers getting dropped yesterday. I mean, what the fuck, boys?
Yeah, man, we're going to get onto that later, man. Leroy's put together some videos for us. Shout out to Leroy, always doing a wonderful work in the back. Big up to him. Leroy's put some videos together for us, and we're going to touch on that one, the one you was just talking about with the fight announcement from Dana. We're going to talk on that one. But before we get started, I want to go around the table and get everybody's favorite fights from the last card, or the cards that you were, or the bouts that you were disappointed in. Yeah, we'll stick with you, Sterling. Let's go with you and go around the table.
Bro, I was pulling them up real fast, but off the top of my head, I'll go ahead and take the obvious one. Jack Della Maddalena, bro, Bilal was way more exciting than I think everyone thought it was going to be. And Cross, yeah. I kept telling y'all, bro, y'all were talking about Leon Edwards wrestling. Fuck Leon Edwards and his wrestling. I was telling you boys to go with JDM. I'm from a fucking land down under, boys. I'm here always with these boys out here in Australia, and y'all know what it is, man. I was telling y'all, Leon Edwards sucks, and fucking JDM's a different breed. And when Bilal came in there and got him shattered, brother, by getting stuffed into the mat, then he had to stand on there and catch fucking Australian hands, brother. I mean, that's mine. I'll take the obvious one. Fuck Bilal, Let's go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Nick Osterberries as well, man. He's the only one that picked JDM still, you know what I mean?
Shout out Osterberries.
Shout out to that boy, man. Shout out to Osterberries, man. But you're still serving your Belal sentence, blood. You don't get away with that, man. You're not even nowhere near parole yet. You know, I'm trying to say nowhere near parole, bro. You know what I mean? What about you, Cross? What about you?
I'm gonna go a little controversial, man. It was the Jose Aldo Ayman Zahabi robbery. I'm gonna be honest. I had points on the line, so I wasn't like super duper like upset. It was Zahabi was my dog of the week.
Pay attention to the confessions, people. Pay attention.
So I wanted my points, but it was. I'm gonna be honest. It was a robbery.
I mean, you begged for that robbery. You can't come here now and just say it's a robbery. This is a robbery you campaigned for. This is a robbery you begged for. This is a robbery you asked for. This is a robbery you requested for. This is a robbery you applied for. And the fight gods granted you them thief in 3 points, man. You know what I mean? But big up
You
to
sound
you, man. Yeah,
The head of the fan.
Oi.
I ain't hating, man. All I said, yeah, and I did say this to you. I swear to God, if Aldo hadn't hung them gloves up, he was gonna get a seat on my bus. I tell you that right now, man. He was gonna find a seat on my bus. But good luck to Aldo, man. Congratulations to him on his career and what he's done so far. We'll go touch on it later on because I want to make a personal segment for Aldo. From to hear from the guys on basically his whole career. McDain, what about you? What bout stood up for you, brother?
Well, crossover stole mine, but I didn't believe it was a robbery. I think Ayman Zahabi absolutely fucking nicked it because those soccer kicks to the face, son, they were fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? And how
that brother ran. Yo,
bro.
You see how fast?
Backwards,
Chelsea
bro.
Chandler style.
But
Bro.
outside of that, I want to give the props to Daniel Santos because that boy showed up and showed the fuck out, bro. Like he put on an absolute performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, Keith, what are you saying?
Look, it was a great fight night, but
why are you gay?
Because it's fun, you know. And if you think about it, gay means happy. I'm a happy guy. But for me, it has to be the I'm gonna go starting the Belal fight, not because of what JDM did, but because of how disappointing Belal was. And I can really shit on him because, you know, at first, look, he's a champion. And don't get me wrong, when you step in the cage, one way or the other, you're doing business that we don't do. Well, I don't do, period. But if you're a champion and you have a mouth like Belal, you got to back it up. And he tried to back it up. And when you fail, look, try again. But, bro, they beat the hell out of that man. They split his lip. They broke his nose. His eye was cut. I mean, they stopped his takedown, so he couldn't even try to use the wrestling when he did try, which was basically like, dude, you did what was done to you is the same thing that you did to Leon. Do you realize that? Like, you were completely dominated for no reason at all. But that was a fight for me that I was really excited about. The rest of them were good, but that one,
yeah. Olin, you got one for us?
I do. Proper Mike Malott and Chuck Buffalo. Man, oh man. Jeez Louise, what a guy. Mike Malott just brings it back home and keeps it there with that win over Chuck Buffalo. He made him look weak. He made him look slow. He made him look like a water buffalo. I mean, he just slaughtered that guy. It was nasty work. Other than that, like, honorable mention, you got to talk about Natalia Silva. She's just fun to watch, dude. The twitch movement, the style, the footwork. She genuinely, like, I mean, Keith over here is doing a perfect impression if you're watching the visual representation of the show here. She's just fun to watch, dude. As a striker, I can't get enough of it.
Easy on the eyes as well. Easy on the eyes, boys.
Talking about
misogynist.
Women's MMA.
Talking about Natalia Silva there. My one's got to go to Valentina Shevchenko, my dog of the week. Bro, I was praying. I was
everybody's dog of the week, man. Get out of here.
I was praying. And listen, I'll tell you why. Hold on. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I had dumpy blood clot crossover here low-key begging for the fucking failure and downfall of Valentina Shevchenko real time. But when he's dug on the week hit, he's like, you know what? I'm kind of cool on that now. You know what I mean? But
his hit before yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was starting to plot. Like, boy, you know what?
He already cashed his check while you were still sweating yours, bro.
Exactly.
And by the way, he and me, we're the same dude. We both cashed that check.
Check this out. And then we had fucking basement Jacks in the chat talking about Valentina looking real 37 right now. And I was like, God damn.
Wait, who had Modi B? Was it Jax?
Jax.
Yeah,
bro, that was
man. He got lucky.
I had Modi B, but not his dog of the week.
We all had Modi B.
I had Modi B.
Everybody had Modi B, to be fair. Everybody did. But I just thought, boy, you know what? If the way the gods have just answered Cross's prayers, if they answer his low-key prayers, I'm in fucking trouble. You know what I mean? So Valentina had to bring it home for me. I thank her for it. I'm grateful that she's and still for Valentina. And we're gonna hear from you guys later on what could be next for her. Maybe it's Jan Didoba or could be Silva. You know what I mean? We don't know, but we'll figure it out. Let's get onto the first video that Leroy has put together.
Real quick, Ola, before you play that first video, I got to tell you, I tried to give everybody a chance to give the right answer, but nobody got it.
It's actually Yesidava Chess.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, come on. To do that to Jessica Andrade?
Yeah.
Who else has done that other than Zhang Weili?
Yeah. Real talk.
This truth, yeah. You know,
I'm just surprised nobody mentioned her. Sorry.
I mean, we only asked for one. There was 12 fights on the card. You know what I'm trying to say. So, but there you go. Thank you for bringing it up, though, Olin. Thank you for bringing it up, brother. All right, we've got this first video on the docket that we're going to listen to. Let's check it out.
Jon Jones is currently filming ALF Reality, which is the Russian version of The Ultimate Fighter where he's coaching opposite Nate Diaz. Daniel Cormier revealed that he was originally offered the coaching spot against Jones, but ultimately turned it down. On his YouTube channel, DC said, "I was offered to coach against Jones prior, but I didn't accept it. I can't do a month in Thailand, opposite side Jon Jones, especially when I can't fight that dude no more. He beat me when I was fighting. I can't really fight today. I'm 46 years old. Like, come on, man. I mean, I would do it for fun, but I'm not ready to spend a month in Thailand."
Hey, you know what? I was going to come to Cross first for that one, but he ducked out. But let's start with Sterling. Hey, Sterling, I mean, it's bad enough because I keep saying this, and to me, it's kind of like a disrespect because I like DC as well, right? I like DC as well. I like the rivalry that him and Jones had coming up, you know, all those years. But the things that they've made DC do, UFC as a promotion towards Jones, I think is fucked up. And this right here is another one of those situations where they say, you know what, this guy fucked you up throughout your fucking career of trying to beat him. Now we want you to do a nice eulogy or nice speech on how good his fighting style is. They made him do that on one of the fight cards, and now they're talking about coaching and all this. Like, what's your take on all of this, man? You know what I mean? Is this something that you think is proper towards DC, or is it like, just tell me your take on it, brother?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. DC Jones would have been amazing. Coaching a bunch of Russians too, because DC's kind of got like a relationship with the Russian community, with Khabib and like Islam and all the boys at AKA. So that would have been cool as fuck to like see how he vibes with them. And then Jones, everyone respects Jones no matter what. So all the Russians are just happy to be there too. And I think it would have sparked up like a little bit more tension. Like with Diaz and Jones, they're cool, bro. They're never gonna fight. Like, they're kind of just there both getting a bag out of this. But DC and Jones, maybe they would have potential. Maybe at the end, maybe they box. Maybe they do something. Maybe not. Maybe they don't even fight. But the show itself would have been amazing. I'm tuning in on the Jones Diaz regardless. But boys, I'm telling y'all, DC Jones would have shit on every Ultimate Fighter ever put together for the UFC. It would have been amazing. And Russia too, bro. They let these fools just straight up fight the weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it would have been.
That'll be mad still. That'll be mad, 100%. Cross, I mean, what's your take on the whole DC, and Jon Jones talk?
So for me, man, I really wish DC would have taken it. Like, all honesty, bro, it's my favorite rivalry. I love how much they just despise one another, bro. Like, I love it, and that competition, I absolutely love that, dude. Like, because if they were the coach, they would be getting into it every episode. And we'd be like, DC, you need to go ahead, get back in there, fight again. Bro, it would be must-see TV,
Super
and we would
heavyweight.
eat it up, bro. Like, obviously,
fuck you, McDain.
DC's enormous, but bro, man, like, I really wish DC would have taken, like, the ratings would have been through the roof if it had happened.
Bro.
No, for sure. Olin, you got something on this?
Man, I'm very happy that DC did not say yes to this, because I mean, look, all the reasons crossover said, like, it is one of the best rivalries in UFC history, but my guy lost, so why would I want to see this happen again? And now he's out of shape, he's retired, he plays golf. I mean,
no golf slander, brother. That's outrageous.
No, there's no slander about golf. I'm just saying, like, he plays golf instead of getting punched in the face. Last time I checked, you don't get hit by the clubs when you play, bro. Like, he's not used to taking a hit anymore. So, yeah. And I mean, like, Diaz is always going to bring the heat. He's always going to bring the entertainment. Fuck Jon Jones. He's a pussy. 209, motherfucker. I'm not surprised. Like, he's going to go out there and do all of the Diaz things, right? Hit him with some ninja shit. Try not to get hit back. That's the game plan.
You're talking too clearly. You're talking too clearly for Nate Diaz.
I'm Nate 5-6 years ago. A little less punch drunk.
Yeah.
Nate versus Connor won. Yeah.
Nate versus Connor won. There you go.
Nailed it.
No, I think this is going to be a much funner season than the DC one would have been. I think the DC one would have gotten a little bit too personal, a little bit too visceral, and I'm happier with the lighthearted kind of Diaz style banter that we'll get instead.
Yeah, man. Keith?
Look, the guys have covered it. I'm happy DC's not doing it. He's 46. Man's going to go to hospital. Jones, at the end of the day, is the world heavyweight title holder right now. He's 37. It wouldn't go well. I agree with him not doing it. It just doesn't make sense, especially with someone you despise. You're going to get into it with them, and you're going to get hurt, and then you can't play golf. I mean, who wants that? So, look, I'm glad he didn't do it. Let's see what Jones and Diaz does. Let's see how those ratings go. Maybe those ratings go well. Let's see. But shout out to DC for not taking it.
Yeah, man. I mean, McDain don't really like talking about Jones other than if it got to do with Aspinall. But I mean, you got something on this? Or
I was gonna lead with the DC absolutely fucking despises that man still, so I'm not surprised. But I also just wanted to throw this little pinger in here too, like. Bro, if that ended up happening from the state that we've seen Jon Jones in recently, shit would have gone south quick. So I'm just going to fire up this little clip.
Заліку вже взяв свою команду Джонса. Все, он моей команде, my team has global.
That dude is fucking on another planet, brother.
What's this? What's that video got to do with anything?
That dude is on, because look at the state of him, brother. You know what I mean? He's fucking stroking the dude's hair.
If anything, that makes me more confident.
I don't know what he's on, but he's on a lot of it.
That makes me more confident.
Holding on to that guy's hair whilst he's driving off on a motorbike. You know that guy was hurting at that point. He was just like...
Hey.
He was like
terrified. Absolutely terrified.
You should be terrified of what he could do to Tom, bro. You know what I mean?
See if he took off any faster than that, he'd have fucking scalped that dude. Straight up.
Bro.
Well, it was holding on to their life, bro. And listen, you know what? It's Jon Jones be crazy like that, but I don't know. Like, are you not surprised with what you just saw in that little clip?
That's a good point, Leroy. I don't want a non-coked up Jon Jones. I want Jon Jones on coke, and I want him drunk. That's how
Aspinall don't want that.
Aspinall don't want coked up Jon Jones, brother.
Nah, man.
I mean, if we've learned anything, is that's the only time he's active, right? Like, he hasn't tested positive for coke in a while. He also hasn't fought more than once in the last 4 years.
And he wasn't driving, brother. It's a good point there for Carlos.
Yo, these are all good things for Jones, because if he was doing these things, y'all would be nailing him to the fucking cross. No pun intended. You know what I mean? Cross. They're gonna want to fucking kill him.
Cross would like that. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord,
not sorry.
That's a diesel Jon Jones right there.
Why'd you set it up, bro? Hold on, don't do that. You set me up with a layup, bro. You don't want me to dunk that? It was right there.
These guys are not talking about diesel, that. Like, just stop. Okay, that's back talk, chat.
He's waiting on that snow bunny Jon Jones coming in, son.
I'm dead.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
It
didn't happen.
Like these guys, man. Like don't even listen to what they're saying, man. Take away the picture, so man. Let's go to the next video that Leroy has put together for us. This is what it looks like. We'll come to Cross and get your take on and go around the table.
Jon Silva is facing major backlash after controversial footage surfaced yesterday on social media. While we can't show the clip here on YouTube, it shows Silva putting a fan in a rear naked choke. The fan appeared to willingly participate, but when he tapped out, Silva did not release the choke, causing the fan to lose consciousness. To read off some of the top reactions, what a piece of shit. Lawsuit. Even if the fan agreed to it, he was tapping multiple times to stop. Geez, this dude is so unlikable. This is weird. Let go on the tap. Hopefully lawsuit incoming and the guy takes everything Silva owns. And that's assault after the guy says stop and you put him to sleep. Arrest this man. What do you guys think of this situation? Do you feel Silva was out of line? Post your thoughts in the comments.
Pussies.
Hey, Cross. I mean, was Silva out of line or like?
So I'm gonna say this. With the video, we only get what we actually see. Like, we don't know what transpired before the video started, all of that, and I haven't even seen it. So that right there, what we just saw is my first time seeing it. Like, we don't know if the guy said, "Hey, like I want to actually get put out," and maybe when he's getting choked and he reacts like, "Oh no, that's not what I want to do." I mean, it's kind of tough because he could have like paid Silva and be like, "Hey, if I tap, just make sure I go to sleep. I'll be okay." That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying we don't know the full story. That's all I'm saying.
Olin?
We definitely don't know the full story, but out of context.
That's assault, brother.
I mean, I'm glad at least somebody got that.
See, when they said assault on the video, that came into my head straight away. I was like,
I added that brother. As soon as he said that on the clip. I just added that to the soundboard.
Yes.
Oh man. No, that is assault, right? Like, if somebody's tapping, if someone's telling you to stop and you continue doing it until they pretty much go limp, like that's a bad move. But you know, we're also trying to get logic from a guy whose main kind of use of the English language is, you know what I'm saying? So maybe a tough guy to look for a sense of logic in. It's like trying to rationalize with a drunk man. I don't know what's going to come of this, but I really doubt it's going to be any kind of lawsuit. I doubt the guy's going to sue. And it's just going to be another part of the facade of Jon the Demon Silva.
Yeah, I mean, look, before I come to Keith, like Keith, Cross said earlier on, we don't have the full context of their arrangement on the choke. He could have said, "Hey, Silva, don't worry about me tapping. Just carry on choking." You know what I'm trying to say? So nobody knows. But Keith, let's get your take on this, brother.
Look, if you put yourself in that position, you better expect to be in a position like that. So let me take myself as an example. When I decided to do a gut check with Terrence, I wasn't expecting one from
Balelo.
and the Black Panther. I was expecting just one from the Black Panther, but I took two. What if they broke a rib? Am I going to sue? No, I put myself in that position. So same with this dude. So people saying it's assault, he must sue. Honestly, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on. This guy put himself there. I put myself in that position. So I can safely say, look, you got what you got coming. And if you pass out, nothing happened. You woke up.
So hold on. You're telling me, yeah, that this fight that or this sparring session that you want to have with Strickland for only one round, if Strickland turns around and said, "No, motherfucker, you're getting 5 rounds out of me today,"
I'm
nothing
running, bro. I'm running. What do you mean? I'm running.
Everywhere's locked off. It's just you and Strickland in there. You have for one round. He's holding you for 5.
Bro, Strickland came to my current gym last year, and he beat the shit out of my Muay Thai coach because my Muay Thai coach was like, "Hey, let's spar," and Strickland was like, "All right, man, you want to go kind of hard, or you want to like how hard do you want to go?" And he's like, "However hard you want to go." And dude, like, there's footage of it.
You asked for it.
But exactly, and like my coach was like 30 pounds lighter than Strickland at that time, at least. But Strickland was lighting him up. But he was coming in and trying to get his too. So like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, bro. If you ask to get choked out and then you wake up, well, buddy, you asked to get choked out. Good job.
Do you have an alternative view to this, or do you agree with the boys?
I agree. All these pussies, seriousness, fuck you. Right here, Dixon Cider, you know what I mean? The bottom line is likely agree to that choke, but once it started happening, the natural reaction is to start tapping for fucking survival, son. You are getting put to fucking sleep. End of. Good night. How many people get put to sleep in training? Every fucking day of the week, you know what I mean? Get a fucking grip. You can't go asking a professional fighter who barely speaks English to put a choke on and expect him to let go because you're bitch ass tapped because you started going, "Oh shit, I actually can't breathe right now." You know what I mean? Like, fuck off.
And he's also a bit autistic, boys. Let's not forget either.
Who is? Jon Silva?
Yeah.
Fucking that aside, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Like that was a random insult on the autistic community. I would like to apologize.
Yeah, don't do that, bro. My nephew's autistic. What are you doing,
brother? Look, I'm just stating facts. What do y'all mean? The autism is also a part of that.
Hey, you're barking up the wrong tree, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yo, my dog is autistic as well, man. My dog is feeling that fucking.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I'm just saying. I'm speaking the facts here. Not everyone wants to talk about the facts, but it's facts.
What's facts?
That he has a bit of the autism, brother. Got a bit of the tism.
How is that facts?
Brother, look
fact
it up.
At all.
Look it up, brother.
You got his doctor's notes? This is
I don't need to pull it up right now. I mean, look, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Jon Silva's retarded ass. Think I give a fuck about his bitch ass? Fuck him and fuck Brazil. How about that? And fuck the fighting nerds. Bunch of bitch ass motherfuckers. Fuck Jon Silva's bitch ass. Autistic little fuck.
I need you did your guy dirty, man.
S-Dog just got cancelled.
Forget.
Yeah, I knew he did his guy dirty.
Don't worry, guys.
He did talk nasty dirty, bro. You know what I mean? So I get the bitterness. You know what I mean? I want to put autism on his thing. You want to? I get it, Sterling. I get it.
I'm sorry,
bro made it to the top row and thought he could say whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. Let's go to the next video on the docket, people. Let's go to the next one here. Let's see.
Robert Whittaker versus Reinier De Ridder goes down at UFC Abu Dhabi on July 26th. On his YouTube channel, Rob explained how the fight came together so quickly after RDR just TKO'd Bo Nickel at UFC Des Moines. He plans to avenge his recent first-round submission loss to Khamzat Chimaev and make another run for the middleweight title. Rob said, "I told my manager, speak to them. I'm looking for late June, early July. International Fight Week looks good. Let's get something." And I was also kind of mentioning Sean Strickland at the time. We're both up there. It makes sense. We've never fought. Let's get it done. They came back to me and said, Strickland is just getting back into training. We can try to get that fight to happen, but we don't know when it's going to happen. But Roman Dolidze is ready and willing. I was like, done. Sign me up. Let's go. Then literally 4 days ago, they're like, RDR, De Ridder main event, Abu Dhabi, July 28th. I was like, what happened to the other one? I don't know what happened to anything. All I know is the date fit. He's not in the top 10 yet, but he just beat Bo Nickel. He's a good hard fight. He had 2 titles in 1. He's a hard fight. I'm sure he'll be in the top 10 before long. He's a top 10 fighter, competitor at least. That's a hard fight. Let's do it. July is a good time. So I just said yes straight away. Everything kind of worked out. We're 11 weeks from Abu Dhabi, main event, 5 rounds. It's always fun. I love my face on a poster. The kids love it. I look forward to getting work done. I'm looking forward to it. I want to get back in there and I want to get back in the winning column. I've got some things. I don't want to fight forever. I've got a couple years left in my career and I want that fairy tale ending, especially after seeing Volk and now JDM get up. I want that fairy tale ending. That's where I want to work my way up to the title, win the belt, and sail off into the sunset. That's the dream I'm pushing and fighting for right now.
Yeah, man. No, let's come to you, McDain. We'll come to you on this one. Bobby Knuckles, as we know, he met the dentist, right? He met the dentist. The dentist did his job.
Fucking dirty bastard,
bro.
You fucking dirty. I expected that. I expected that from Cross. I did not expect that from you. You dirty bastard. Nah.
That's how.
Say your comment, bud. Get on with it.
There's a little snake in the grass.
That's how I love before I said it. That's how I love before I said it. He met the dentist. But listen,
that
RDR
was below the hip, bro.
RDR is a whole different kind of problems, bro. Like, how do you see that fight? Do you even think it's a good matchup for Bobby Knuckles in the first place? And how do you think that fight goes down?
Yes, I think it's a good matchup for Bobby Knuckles in the first place. He's going to keep it on the feet. He's going to be striking. He's going to knock his ass out. Facts.
You do not think RDR has any chance against Bobby Knuckles?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he's got some chance of surviving for a little bit, but Bobby Knuckles is going to piece him up eventually.
All right. Okay. I like that.
Have you ever heard of the Flying Dutchman? Look it up. He's a Flying Dutchman. RDR is going to smother Whittaker. Whittaker is going to come out with look.
So messed up.
Holy smokes, dude.
Bro. I got that timing down to a T, dude. Don't fuck up the flow.
Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Bigger than 5 now.
Bigger than 5.
All right.
So look, I just don't think I think Whittaker is just, for some reason, this part of his career is just doing him dirty for some reason. I don't know why, because he's still good, but he's just coming up against these matchups that are making him look like the golden ages, which is still when Israel and all those other guys were still fighting. But this is the new breed. We have come to the new breed, and there's something different about how they're fighting. Look, I know RDR is from...
Let's say RDR's the new breed? Like, bro.
But the point is, there's something that's happened to Whittaker in this time that's making him seem very 2018 to 2022.
Are you joking? He has one loss against Hamzat. It didn't look like that before. You weren't saying this before Hamzat, bro. Shut up.
I've been saying
Nah. No, you weren't saying this when he fought Akram. I'll tell you that. You weren't fucking saying that when he got that win. I am positive. I'll go back and pull receipts. I'll go back and pull receipts.
That's so 2024, Keith, bro.
Oh, you're bringing up
I
shit.
reckon he said he went for DDP. I reckon he said he went for DDP.
Fucking 2016 Yao coming out over here.
Did you say when it's for DDP?
No. Wait, who? Whittaker?
Who?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. From then, he's been on.
Who are we talking about?
Habit Whittaker.
Habit.
Yeah. and I see Cross pointing out Chimaev. Look, Chimaev broke his face, which is okay. His teeth, but I'm just saying, it's just like Jessica Andrade. She's got a crazy record. She's only 33, but none of us gave her a chance. And for me, I see Whittaker similar to that. Like, he was part of the golden ages up until about the 2021. After that, it's just been a slightly different game, and it's just not for him. So that's why I say he's not going to beat RDR.
2016, Yao is a piece of shit.
Now he went
right. Coming out with
Yao, this isn't your underdog competition, bro. You don't get to come in here and be a dick. Tater. You know what I mean? It's just not the way that it works.
Yeah, man. Leave that to Kraken, man.
First name Dick, last name Tater. He's the dictator.
Fucking Colonel Gaddafi over here.
Yeah, man. Shut up, Kraken. Leave that to Kraken. That's Kraken's job, man. You know what I mean? But Olin, now what are you saying about this whole RDR Whittaker? And do you think Dolite would have been a better matchup than RDR for Bobby Knuckles? Especially wanting to make the last run at the title. people are telling me that Usman can't make a last run at the title, but Bobby Knuckles can. I'm here to hear it though. Let's hear
Usman
your
talking
argument.
about fighting Islam, bro. Are you?
Come on,
Look, man.
He's a bum.
Shut your mouth.
Hey, shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Oh man. Look, dude. The question is, do I think Roman Dolidze would have been a better matchup? By better matchup, do you mean more favorable for Bobby Knuckles?
Yes. Yes, that's what
I don't know that that's even the case, because RDR is very, very great at what he does. He's a specialist, right? Like his grappling game is levels above most men's grappling game. But Bobby Knuckles has fantastic defensive wrestling. We've seen it on display against the best of the best. And I don't know that RDR is going to really show him a ton of things that are much different than what he has to offer or what he's seen so far. Roman Dolidze is a great mixed martial artist. I think he's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. I don't think he does anything perfect or the best in his weight class, but I think he does every aspect of mixed martial arts extremely well. So I don't know that he would have been a more favorable matchup for Bobby Knuckles. He may have been a little bit worse. I'm somewhere between the thought of 2016 Keith underneath me here and McDain, where McDain thinks that, you know, Bobby Knuckles is going to steamroll through RDR and y'all thinks the complete opposite, right? Like I'm somewhere between there. I think gun to my head right now, I would say Bobby Knuckles, but somebody posted a comment, I believe it was Lane, Whittaker's coming back with a new jaw, just saying. Like as someone who has, you know, like TMJ and has for many years, like my jaw clicks when I yawn. So like, I can't imagine having my jaw rebuilt. I can imagine there's a lot of clicking and just discomfort in general in training. How does that feel when you're eating a punch of somebody that's actually trying to hurt you? That's something he's not going to feel until he gets his first fight after that, right? Because you boys, a lot of you boys have already sparred in your life. You know what it's like to have a sparring partner versus having somebody that's actually fighting you and trying to hurt you. Sterling, you've had the most recent fights of us all, right?
Yeah.
You can speak to this. So like having a sparring partner go at you in training camp versus having somebody actually throw at you. It's very different, right? Like just being completely honest here.
Shit.
And you don't know how it feels on a fresh jaw until you feel it. So tough.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Hey, before we get to Sterling, man.
Bro,
Cross.
Oh yeah.
Cross. I'm gonna come to you and get your take on, you know, the RDR situation with Whittaker, and don't say things that will make McDain pull you off the screen, bro. Like,
no, say it.
So I'm gonna go at this a little differently. Like,
Don't be rude.
I don't think Whittaker is washed at all, y'all. Like, it's not that, bro. It's just he was in there with Hamzat, bro, and that's just what Hamzat does to guys when they can't answer that grappling question. But with RDR, man, it's the BJJ, and his striking is a little funky, and I think it's a good matchup on the feet for Robert Whittaker. And I think Whittaker is going to look like how Whittaker usually looks when on the feet with a guy. And to be fair, man, Whittaker was doing a lot of stuff right in the Hamzat fight to try and defend the wrestling, the takedowns. It's just Hamzat was just the better guy. You know, and Hamzat just had the next position over Whittaker. And I don't think RDR is the same type of grappler at all. So, yes, if RDR gets him on the ground, it could get dicey. But on the feet, man, Robert Whittaker is dangerous for anybody.
Yeah, man. Sterling, you got something for us?
I mean, you boys pretty much just nailed all of it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what else I can say. I'm going Bobby Knuckles. I'm going Bobby Knuckles all day. I ain't gonna lie. You know what it is over here, son. We're going Bobby Knuckles all fucking day, dude.
You just don't want to get removed from the stream.
Nah, bro. Hey, I'm rocking with all the boys from Australia, dog. You know, it's Volk over here, JDM, fucking Whittaker, son. Navajo Sterling. I mean, come on, man. I love Bobby Knuckles.
He's
bro.
New Zealand.
Same thing. But look, I love Bobby Knuckles. I've been a fan of this dude, bro, since I watched the first Yoel Romero fight, and I'm never gonna change on him now, brother.
Yeah. So Sterling, we say someone from is Canadian. You can say same thing like is American.
Is it that far apart from Australia?
Is it?
I knew this brother was going to come out with this. Oh, basically he's Canadian.
Yeah. Bro, I thought it's Australia. Australia and New Zealand are like the same continent.
No, they're different countries. They're different countries, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
so what is it?
It's like England and Scotland. Like,
is it really?
Same
yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that shit. I
You
thought they
can't
were
call
like.
it.
I thought
You
they
can't
were
call
like.
it. You can't call a Scottish person English. They'll fucking bite your nose off.
Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight?
They're not
That's a
that
good
bad.
point.
Oh, you want to fight, do you?
Damn, dude, I thought they shared like the same island or like land.
They shared the same island?
I thought they have like the same island.
Brother, they shared the same island?
That's not what they
But-
don't.
but-
They don't have like the same continent.
I do get your point. I do get your point.
We need
Bro.
I don't want you to
brother
die on this,
bro.
bro. I do get your point.
Bro.
I'll just check.
Bro, you gotta stop fighting, dog.
This
You
is
gotta
I'll
how
just
he's
check
gonna
what
die
your
on.
process was. That's all I was
Sterling is switching to the podcasting thing full time, guys.
Everything this motherfucker
Fight
says,
dream
this
ends
is
today.
the hill he's gonna die on. Wow.
Yeah, I don't
No.
I'm
Sorry,
trying to
sorry,
say
guys.
I'm trying to
McDain
say
got that
you,
wrong. This is the island he'll die on.
I'm trying to say
Because he's an island boy.
This is the island boy.
Hey, I mean, look. I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't know I was gonna get checked on that. I'll be real. I thought I was gonna kind of just go with it, and y'all were just gonna be like, hell yeah.
No.
But
Yeah, Cross tried to save you, and then you bet you doubled down. So I had to.
You shouldn't have said same thing, and you would
I
have.
know. I
I just
should
said
have
thank
said
you,
that was
Cross.
Sterling.
I keep it moving.
Aussie, bro. Aussie 5-man down here. What?
Put yourself in timeout, homie.
Yeah, man. Like,
Hey,
thank
Bobby
you, Cross.
Knuckles. We can move on. I got Bobby Knuckles all day.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. We've got another video on the docket right here, and yeah, we're gonna start with Maddalena on this one. Once we get to the end of the video, let's go.
Ilia Topuria posted footage of him doing sprints today. Many fans pointed out how he looks much bigger than usual as he prepares for his lightweight debut.
Vamos a empezar a hacer uno de los entrenamientos que menos me gusta hacer.
12 tramos de 100 metros.
No eran 10.
Siempre queda 2 más. Tú nunca sabes lo que puede pasar en una pelea.
I mean, I've just seen Ilia take like so many takes on the racetrack, but does that change anything for him going to 145? Are we talking like what was he trying to show us there? Was he trying to show us about his gas tank or like? Because I'm not sure what that translates into fighting.
Come on, don't be crazy.
You know, I don't know what that translates, but I don't know. But if you can shed some more light on it for us, McDain, the clip we just seen there, how that translates into his fight with.
What am I supposed to shed more light on that shit? We just listened to the dude running and huffing and puffing. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, this is what I'm trying to say. Was that for his gas tank?
What do you want me to fucking shed light on that dude's training track? You know what I mean? Like, that's like one of Sterling's fucking posts.
To me, look,
here, bro, standing in this field.
How did I get in this? How did I get in this?
Hold on. Let me reframe it like this.
What the fuck, man? I'm
Does
just
his
fading
reaction
for the
time?
opponent.
Does his reaction time go slower? Him going to 155 and actually putting this body mass on. Let me rephrase it for you.
I was waiting on him fucking rocking up on an armadillo there, like, yo, bro, what the fuck is this? But no, like, he's gonna cut, he's gonna be lean, he's gonna be quick, he's gonna be all of these things, and he's probably gonna spark Charles Oliveira out in 2.
Damn.
In 2.
In 2.
Do you think if Charles pulls guard, he goes down there like Islam did, and actually try and choke Charles out? You think he does that? Oh, I see Cross nodding. I see everybody nodding.
And this is not a good fight for Charles Oliveira. This is not a good fight for Charles Oliveira.
Keith has an alternate point here. What do you got for me, Keith? Talk to me. What do you got for me?
I want to hear this guy's alternative points.
So I agree
with
okay. Did you catch me?
I thought he was muted. I thought he was muted. I thought he was muted.
I got myself.
One can only hope.
The mute mouth shall not strike tonight. So, look, I think the fact that he's going up to lightweight does mean something. Yes, he is a little bit big, but he is shorter. He is stockier. We've seen Charles go up against shorter guys. I know we're going to say Michael Chandler is not the same level as Ilia Topuria. I agree. But we've seen Charles against Justin Gaethje. We've seen him against Poirier. We've seen him against these guys who are great strikers, who can handle themselves on the ground in some cases. But I don't think it's as easy for Ilia as we think it would be. Charles is a smart fighter. Charles, if you look at how he's lost and who he's lost to, and when Makhachev even beat him, that was some insanely sublime movement from Makhachev after he knocked him down. So not that I don't see Ilia doing that, but it takes something special, which Ilia could have, but it's not that easy. It's not as straightforward as he's going to come in and beat Charles Oliveira. Charles is a natural lightweight. He's cutting to get the lightweight. Ilia's gaining.
He's a former featherweight as well, though.
Nah, come on, bro. Ilia's not gaining. Like, you're talking about a 10-pound
Did you
difference
see him running?
going up.
Did
This
you see him running?
motherfucker's...
They're both former featherweights.
They all run. Former featherweight. He'd have been walking around about fucking 165 or some shit anyway. You know what I mean? Maybe 170. This dude's still cutting to make 155, brother. No doubt about it. Don't be fucking stupid. Take your ass back to 2016, get a set of scales, and come back and be fucking logical, son. Jesus Christ.
He's heard about the
ignorant and naive in my fucking life.
Man, did Christmas come early? I think we just got the real main event of the evening.
Listen, Tom Aspinall did say, y'all got uneducated eyes. You know what I mean?
He did.
He did say y'all got uneducated eyes. Though,
Lord of Pies. Patchy Mix just left PFL. My guy, he left PFL about a week ago, but we got the news a couple hours ago. And let me tell you, him going to the UFC, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And honestly, he's probably already signed the contract. So it's just a matter of us hearing the matchmakers announce something at this point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we look forward to that. Big up, Lord of Pies, man. Salute to you. Olin, I asked a question earlier on in regards to, Ilia and not minding about the dangers of Oliveira on the mat and actually moving in for submission. This is something you and Cross are convinced that is capable of pulling off, considering the qualifications of Charles Oliveira on the mat.
Look, Oliveira on the mat, he's really great, right? He's great against people that fear him on the mat. And I say that with all due respect to Charlie Olives. I'm a big fan of him. But there's a reason me and Cross...
Ilia is not. Let's get it clear. Ilia ain't Islam.
Ilia is not Islam. You're absolutely right. But can we call a spade here?
Please.
Ilia also entered the UFC without any boxing or striking skills pretty much whatsoever. He was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter.
Okay.
That was his style. That was his bread and butter. Okay. So he came in as a Brazilian jiu-jitsu style grappler. That's why they matched him against the master of 50-50 guard, Ryan Hall. They just didn't expect that he was going to knock him out like Donkey Kong with hammer fists. Like people have been talking about the 100 men versus a gorilla. That's what it looked like. But it was one dude versus a gorilla in there. The power differential.
A lot of pulling
Ryan just kept spamming the pulling guard and the rolling, the Imanari roll. And as soon as it didn't work, Ilia rocked him and then just fucking hammer fisted him into oblivion, bro. It was nasty. Look, I think it's a rock, paper, scissors game right now. Right? The rock that gets killed by the paper is Charlie Olives. The paper is Ilia Topuria. And then after that paper kills Charlie Olives, I'm going to be completely frank with you guys, and a lot of people are not going to like this. And Cross, I'm hoping you'll be maybe the 1 out of 6 of us that fucking backs me up on this. I think after Islam Makhachev goes up and beats JDM, if he's able to accomplish that, I'm not saying it's a clear walk in the park.
I know where you're going.
I think he comes back down after Ilia tests himself, because with all due respect, The only reason he's moving up, and people in the chat, fight me, please. I want the discourse. The only reason he's going up is because if he fights Ilia tomorrow or 3 months from now, you all are going to say, well, here he goes again, fighting another featherweight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But if he goes up there and he kills Charlie Olives, now he's a lightweight. And not only that, but he's a lightweight champion that Islam can now go down and take the belt from. And that's something that Khabib never did. Not only was Khabib never a double champ, but Khabib never accomplished lightweight gold twice. He simply kept it, right? So he's trying to find a way to escape that shadow of Khabib, and I think this is a great way to do it.
Bro said that like it wasn't a fucking accomplishment. Yeah, I mean, it was like he never won that shit twice. He just kept it.
I'm not discrediting Khabib, bro. You know I'm a fuck you, McDain.
That was
you know I'm a Khabib fan, bro. I'm a huge Khabib fan.
Shut your mouth, mate. Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
Talking about McDain.
I can go for you. I'm gonna need location in a minute, man. Let me come to cross real quick, I mean, look.
I'm gonna smash your boy.
Ilia put me on notice when he subbed Thug Nasty. Yeah,
I'm watching that fight right now.
He really put me on notice when he subbed Thug Nasty because I didn't think that he was even gonna go there, right? So I'm not discrediting Ilia's jiu-jitsu in any way, shape, or form. I'm just comparing it to because when we've looked at Do Bronx's fight, a lot of the times, especially all these guys that ain't really got a ground game like that. When they drop him or when he pulls guard, whichever one, they trying to get the hell out of there. The first guy that we really went into the fire with him was Islam, and we saw what happened. And that's why I'm trying to get out of you guys, especially you guys that think he's really going to do this. Why you think that's something he can pull off?
I mean, bro, we gotta taste the Ilia Topuria at 155 already. We've seen the power translates. One punch put you to sleep. Jai Herbert, we've seen it. So we know the boxing is gonna play. Charles Oliveira, when he was on the title run, this guy was getting hurt in every fight he was in. However, now he's playing a lot. He's been a lot more calculated, playing at range a little bit more to teach to the body. He's not really mixing it up as well. So, like, I saw the odds came out of Ilia Topuria is like, I think he's almost a 4-1 favorite. Like, I think that's a bit much, but I'm looking forward to the fight for sure. But guys, like, Ilia Topuria is that good, and just think there is a potential we can miss out on the Islam Ilia fight. But if Ilia wins and Islam wins, we got a super fight now. Like, that would be even bigger if it were to happen right now. But we run the risk of losing at the same time, and I get that. But we'll see, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. I mean, Sterling, everybody's kind of counting out Do Bronx here, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not me.
Hey.
Shout out, Yao.
Not Yao. But where do you stand on this Do Bronx Ilia fight here? And with everything, I mean, Do Bronx is one of those guys you look at on paper and you think, yeah, he's got that jaw that if Ilia touches it, he's gonna go down. But I'm looking at Do Bronx's credentials, the most bonuses, the most finishes, the most knockouts, the most submission, the most this, the most that. He's got it all, and he's still doing it at a high level. How much of a foregone conclusion that Ilia really goes in there and beats Do Bronx?
Bro, dude, y'all already know that I got a whole different respect for Ilia. I used to hate on the boy, especially after he did the Volk and Holloway. But dog, I mean, I'm literally watching him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching him versus Josh Emmett right now. I'm watching all his fights that we've been going on, and I mean, bro, the Damon Jackson fight. I mean, this motherfucker's nasty. The only
man just said I'm watching a fight instead of listening to you guys talk.
No, I'm listening. No, I'm doing both. I'm doing both. Hey, my brain's. I'm off the Zen right now. My brain's zooming right now. But
you ain't got to lie, Craig.
What the fuck fuck do you know about Friday? That's crazy. Big Dave's from the hood.
Whoa, hold on. Did you just say you know about Friday?
Bro, Friday's the best movie ever made. It's the best ever made. I didn't know y'all knew about that over there.
Bro, I mean, if he quoted it and you didn't catch it, he might know more about Friday than you all are.
Friday's the best.
This is what I'm talking about. You see the fucking insult, my day, you know what I mean?
The disrespect, brother.
Is it really an insult? He thought New Zealand and Australia shared an island.
You can't fault the man. You can't fault the man. He's trying as hard as he can.
I didn't know y'all had barbecue.
I didn't know y'all had barbecue. The other day, they got water in Africa, you know.
And poor Keith's over here off 3 dabs right now, just struggling to stay awake through the stream. My guy.
This brother's getting demoted after that comment. Disgraceful.
Talk should have Nat Geo on. That's a great comment, dude. That's a great comment.
Yeah, but please continue.
Bro, but like honestly, dude, the thing.
Bye, Felicia.
Get down.
I even said shout out Friday as I got booted, man. Bro, the thing with Charles though is, like, does Charles still got that dog in him? Because, bro, we gotta respect Ilia for even doing this. Man had the title at 145, was about to either fight Diego Lopez or Yair, and just said, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go fight Islam. And then they're like, you can't fight Islam, bud. You're gonna take 8 months off, and you're gonna fight Charlie Olives. Like, fucking A, bro. So I don't know, bro. It's gonna come down to like who's got more of that dog in him, and I think Ilia does. But don't get me wrong, Charles can fuck around and get this done. It's hard to bet that motherfucker out. But dude, 100%. This is I like this fight more than I like the Islam fight. I think this is gonna be way more fun than him versus Islam.
Yeah, at least we know who
because you know Islam steamrolls or what?
At least
there's gonna be a lot of grappling with Islam. It's gonna be a lot of leg wrestling, a lot of Dagestani handcuffs. With Charles, they might stand and bang for a little bit, and I think the ground game won't be that bad.
Yeah, man. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's locked in with us right now. Over 130 of you live with us right now. Salute to every single one of you, man. Make sure you're showing love to every single one of the guys on this panel and their platforms. We got S-Dogs MMA, Crossover MMA, The Rambling Dad. We got HeadKickPod. We got MMA Normally, and indeed the Fight Week Show as well. Make sure you're showing love. Go and support all the content that we put on our platforms. Okay. One of my favorite topics is the next one on the docket. Leroy's put it together for us. Let's hear it. I'm going to come to you first, Yao, when this is all said and done. Let's go.
Kamaru Usman acknowledges the possibility of a future matchup with Islam Makhachev. Usman believes that if he gets past Joaquin Buckley and Islam defeats Jack Della Maddalena, their paths could very well cross. Despite sharing the same manager and having a friendly relationship, Usman says that he'd be open to stepping into the cage with Islam.
Now, with Islam coming in, that throws a wrench into where I am at, because Buckley and I go out there and we put on an impressive performance. Hey, we're next.
Yeah,
I'm next. If I go out there and I put on an impressive performance against Buckley, I'm next in that.
Yeah, but can I tell you something, Kamaru? This is where the wrench is being thrown in. Your boys with Islam, and honestly, I favor Islam in this fight with JDM. Islam defeats JDM. You beat Joaquin Buckley. Oh, I can already see you. You know, getting uncomfortable there, Kush. Are we gonna see a potential matchup with the Nigerian Nightmare and Islam Makhachev?
It's one of those things it's one of those things that we'd have to talk about. Obviously, that's a blockbuster fight. Former pound for pound and the current pound for pound champion. That's something we have to talk about, because Islam, I love those guys. Islam, Habib, I love them all. Unlike the situation with Belal, which, listen, like, yeah, I know me and Belal had our differences here and there. I never wish bad on anybody, even though I didn't necessarily care for the guy. But it's a little different situation with Islam. Remember what Mike Tyson said, Henry?
Yeah, he said we asked him about Roy Jones.
He said it right. Friends make friends rich.
Yeah.
If that's the situation, then obviously I think Islam and I are mature enough to have a conversation about.
Okay, so what I'm saying, Kamaru, is you'd be open to it.
I don't see why not.
Yo, like I'm feeling everything I just heard in that clip. But
Kamaru Usman, he's a bum.
Shut your mouth. I'm excited about this matchup. If he gets there, there's a lot of moving parts before something like that could even happen, right? And there's a lot to unpack in what was said there. Ali Abdulaziz, number one, his country is pulling all the strings here. Alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? Everything is in his hands, right?
Yeah.
So,
inshallah, brother. Inshallah.
Yes, brother. When you see a situation like this unfold, and there's a chance it could happen. Like I said, Usman will have to get past a tall order in Joaquin Buckling, and Islam obviously going to 170, and getting past JDM, which is a tough ask, right? But in the conclusion that all of those things happen, do you favor Islam over Usman, or Usman? How do you think Usman gets on in that fight?
Is that who you're asking?
That's to Yao. I did say before we're gonna go to Yao once this video ended. Yao, that's to you.
Yeah. So for me, I like the fact that Usman is willing to do business. The whole thing between Merab and Aljo always kind of annoyed me, just because you're from the same stable. Okay, look, training partners is different, same manager and training partners is not the same thing. I accept that. But being mature enough to know that it's the fight game. We need to do this. This is what we do. I really respect that, and I really like that. And also the maturity to say, listen, I'm going up against a surging Joaquin Buckley. He's on a tear. I have bad knees. I'm a former pound for pound. I'm amazing, but I could win. It's a good chance, but he wasn't like resolute, which means he's going to prepare properly for the fight, which also makes me happy, because you don't want to hear a fighter who's just going in half-cocked saying, oh, I'm just going to beat this guy because, I'm a former champion. Who's he? He's focused. And that's really what I liked about that. And look, I think he has a chance against Islam. With the wrestling exchanges, it's a fight. You never know what could happen. I don't know how it would happen, to be honest with you, because but he has a chance, and I think it could happen. And Ali will definitely make it happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've seen it before, Olin. What Ali is able to do with his fighters and the fighters in the stable is put matches together, against some of the fighters that he's got together. Khabib versus Justin is one of them. Usman, Gilbert Burns, one of them. Islam. Fighting, we've seen a ton of fights between some of the fighters that he's got in the stable. So for me, I think this would be a very, very easy fight to get both of them to the table if they're able to agree on the price. But how difficult is a task like this for Usman, man? Because I think a lot of people underestimate the strength that Islam brings into the ground, and people talk about it all the time. The people that's trained with him, they talk about the strength that he brings into his grappling. You can speak to it, brother.
Yeah, Islam is a different kind of animal, bro. Like, he's the strength that he possesses, and I've told the story numerous times of him like breaking this pinky. He literally split it in half through a kick shield, and that's the part that I leave out more often than not. Is like, I tell people all the time, like, oh yeah, the current lightweight champion of the UFC, which I hope to say 6 months from now, the current welterweight champion of the UFC, broke this pinky, split it in half. The part I leave out is that it was through a kick shield. He did this in a Muay Thai intermediate striking class, right? Like, he literally was doing speed drills, and I was holding a full-size kick shield. Shit. Those of you like Sterling, I don't know how gone you are here right now, but I mean, a kick shield, I know you know. Let's go, brother. Like, that's thick, right? That's almost as thick as Ilia Topuria in that last video 2 videos ago we showed.
He was chunky.
Chunky. I like him thick. I like him chunky. I got the reference, bro.
Madagascar.
Dude, let's fucking go. I knew you
on,
did. But dude, like with all due respect, through a kick shield, that's nasty power. That's nasty strength in general. And his grappling, like everything that he's able to do is just incredibly impressive. So yeah, I think he has the power and also just the skill to beat just about anybody you put in front of him. Whether it's Ilia Topuria or JDM. I don't think there's many people that can really stop him. And then if you put Kamaru in front of him, Kamaru's got bad knees, bro. Like, as someone who like, I kid you not, Ola, every trip I go on for the last 3 years, I bring 1 to 2 knee sleeves with me. Right? So, like, I understand. Okay? I get bad knees. Mine click when I go down my 3 flights of stairs. So,
Kamaru got to walk backwards to go up the stairs.
Brother, do you remember him walking out of the freaking octagon in reverse because they don't hurt as bad? I've walked with my significant other in recent weeks, and I start walking backwards, and she's like, working a different muscle group, and I'm like, no, knees. Like, because I'm a bad fucking liar. I wish I'd just be like, yeah, different muscle group, babe. But no, it's real talk. Like, I get it, man. I feel bad for Usman because he's one of these guys that, like, more often than not, we see the chin expire far often, like, faster than anything else. For him, it's a different part of the body. It's the knees. I think his chin's actually still in really great shape. He hasn't been knocked out a ton, right? Like, he's got a great chin, but his knees are just not there. So I think Islam Makhachev pretty much dog walks him, and he's looking past his opponent, which I think is the worst part of all. Ola. Joaquin Buckley is going to be dog Joaquin him across the freaking park.
Did you just say Usman hasn't been knocked out?
I said he hasn't been knocked out often.
Okay.
I said often. McDain, you're just hunting for a reason to talk shit, bro.
Yeah. Tonight,
bro,
he's feeling
that grin says it all, kid.
Hey, Cross. Like, you got something to add to that video that we just seen there with Kamaru and that conversation they had with Cejudo? You know, they talked about a few points on there. I don't know if you got 1 or 2 that you really want to add to what
I got something to add, but Ola, you're not gonna like it. Like, boys,
let's hear it.
We don't have to worry about it, man. We don't have to worry about Kamaru Usman fighting Islam. We're not gonna have to worry about it. Like, Kamaru Usman, we see what's going on at 170. Like, all the older guys are getting beat up by the younger guys now, and now it's Kamaru Usman's turn with Joaquin Buckley. Even if he was to get the win, he's got to get another win to get a title fight. You're not gonna throw him right back into a title fight. Like, I know what he's trying to do with, trying to talk about it to get the opportunity, but he's got to win minimum 2 fights to get a title shot.
Why? He's a former champion.
Because he just lost 2 title fights back to back, and he's lost 3 fights in a row.
Come on, dog.
Ola, just accept it, bro. Sitting over there like.
This one cut deep, man. This one cut deep. Let's move on. Let's move on swiftly. I ain't even coming to Sterling, man. I'm moving on. Let's move on. Okay. Cross.
What, do I not get a fucking say?
No, you don't get no say.
Still doesn't get a say. I don't know. One guy says one bad thing about Usman, and this
I don't like it, man. You guys are gonna go on the pylon. You guys are gonna go on the pylon.
I'm Usman all day.
You don't.
All right, let's hear it, Sterling. Let's hear it,
Sterling. Bro, I'm Usman all day in this, bro. I want to see him get back up there. It's just against a guy like Joaquin Buckley, dog. Fuck. Like, they could have gave him like fucking, I don't know who they could have gave him at 170. That's kind of a maybe.
I was like, is there another name that makes sense to you, brother? I'm sorry.
Bro, I maybe Sean Brady. How about I don't even feel good about that. I'm just trying to think.
I was like, do you think that's a better sitch?
No. I'm trying to think it'd be more grappling because I don't want to see Joaquin Buckley hit him with some nasty head kick, bro. I don't want to see Joaquin come out there with some spinning shit and just kill Usman.
I said on record, one of the guys that I think will probably get it done against Islam is Buckley. I got that on record, bro. Like,
yes, it's not a fun fight.
I think Buckley is all that, and That's why this matchup is a little scary for me. But what I'm saying is, if he does beat Buckley, right, and Buckley was going to get a title fight anyways, if Buckley beats him, why can't he call for a title fight? He's a former champ. That's my logic, because if Buckley is going to get a title fight straight off the back of beating Usman as a former champion, I think he should be afforded the same courtesy. No, I mean, McDain.
No, I'm with Cross on this one. Yeah, I mean, you don't get to come off the last loss that you have been inactive.
You wouldn't be on the last loss. I just said if he beat Buckley. God damn,
he be 1-4.
That's not what I'm saying. He just had a win. Put down your fucking shield. That's not what I said. I said he doesn't get to come off the last loss that he did, win against Buckley, and then get a fucking title shot. Buckley's gonna kick him in the leg one time, and he's gonna go. Yeah, I mean, and it's gonna be fucking
hit him with the Wilhelm
night. Like, he's bro, like, get off your fucking Usman high horse for fuck's sake, and just look at this shit realistic. You and Yao, you might fucking you two are fucking two peas in a pod, looking at shit unrealistically. Brother,
you better undo that.
And you think,
right
and you think he gets a title shot.
He put his foot down. He's like, you better. Hey, that actually came out real quick, didn't it?
Hey,
fix that shit.
Hey, the CEO. The dark.
You motherfucker.
After the Aries Spears, that motherfucker in a fucking minute, man. I was gonna get Aries Spears.
The Aries Spears comment. That's nasty.
Hey. All right. Funny, let's go to the next one real quick, man, before we get out of here. Yeah, this is a fun one.
Jon Jones went on Instagram Live and responded to everyone saying he's ducking Tom Aspinall.
I got people in the chat calling me a dub. Meanwhile, I'm living my absolute best life. I don't know if it's considered ducking when you're living good. I don't think it works like that.
This stupid motherfucker's been in a traffic accident before, and he thinks he can drive on the fucking sidewalk whilst being on an Instagram Live. That stupid fucking idiot, bro. You know what I mean? Living your best life. What? Gonna fucking injure somebody? Fuck out of here.
Look at Cross, bro.
I didn't even
flex harder, bro.
I was gonna come to Sterling, but
nah, you should start out with Cross on this one, brother.
Yeah, all right, Cross. I mean, look,
Jones.
This
Cross
is
Jones.
this is your guy here. He's saying he's living his best life. You know, he's racking up record upon record, the longest reigning champion in heavyweight history. You know, I mean, how much more of a goat does this guy want to be, and when are we gonna see him? And the interim champion, the people's champion, as they say out there, really get down to business and unify this title.
I mean, personally, I know the UK guys, man, they hate Jon Jones. I get it, guys. I get it. Y'all want your boy to get his opportunity, and he's gonna get it. But boys, it's not gonna happen until November. It's gonna happen in Madison Square Garden. Relax. I get it. You want the fight, but Jon Jones fights in Madison Square Garden, point blank, period. That's where the fight's taking place, but it's gonna happen. But I'm just saying, if Tom loses, we're gonna have to like console y'all big time. But just be patient, guys. The fight's gonna happen. It's gonna be in November. Book it. Get your calendars ready.
That's it.
I mean, on the follow-up, what do you think of what McDain did make concerns of? With him riding, being on the phone, especially, with the tragedy that just happened recently with the former heavyweight champion, while he was riding, actually took a girl's life by accident. Should he really be out there, like, riding a motorbike and being on the phone like that? Because McDain's right. Where's the common sense? I'm gonna be honest. Like, Jon Jones doing all this stuff for me,
I think we get a better version of him, dog. Like the straight and narrow Jon Jones is not the same guy of like the reckless guy.
Like the finisher.
I'm just telling you guys. When Jon Jones is reckless, out there,
crossover.
That's the guy that does it, man.
McDain, are they endorsing bad behavior? Is that
that's exactly what they're doing, son. That's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, I mean,
bro, this America. It's what we do.
Let's go.
I understand.
Hey, they say this America, man. That's what they say, you know.
Bro, like he was cruising down the road in a third world country.
All right,
but to answer Leroy's question about if Jones retires, if he retires, then yes, it's a bad look. But if he doesn't, and the fight happens in November,
oh, bro, if he retires,
if he retires, it'll be bad. At this point now.
God, bro, and especially around like September, right as we're getting to November, if he just said fuck it, pulled a Conor McGregor, did a bump of coke, put it on tweet, and just was like, I'm out of here, bro. That would be insane.
It wouldn't be the first GOAT.
He might as well. I mean, at that point, he might as well just flush it down his legacy down the toilet, right? Like,
yes, come on, the same thing.
That's a good point too. It would be.
Turned up, fucking Bisping and fucked off.
And dipped, yeah.
Like, everybody was waiting for it. Like, and I said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out. This is after. Like, Dana was pissed about this. Don't get it twisted. But we've seen GOATs do this before. Like, this is not like a new thing, you know, and I don't think he should be crucified for it if indeed he did finally duck Tom, you know, because it would to me, if that happened, it would still be because the money went right. It won't be because, you know what, the money is right, and then it'll be because the money went right. If the money is right, Jones will fight. I believe that. I believe that if the money is right, Jones will fight.
How much do you think they're going to pay John versus how much they're going to pay Tom?
Tom already said he don't care about the money,
but like he's going to get something for it.
It would be 1 to 10.
It'll be compensated. Don't get me wrong, but Tom already put it out there. This ain't about the money for Tom.
I honestly think it'll be 1 to 10, guys. Like, honestly, if Tom gets 2 million, John's getting 20.
That's a good point.
It'd be something like that.
It's going to work.
Like that's how it works. Look. Me and Crosby agree on a lot of things. This is not one of the things we usually agree on when it comes to Jon Jones, but we actually do agree on this facet, right?
Play the man.
Like Jon Jones, it's based on tenure, right? Like I work in fucking corporate America, so I can speak to this. If I've been with a company for longer than you, if it's 5 years longer than you, I should make 5x the money you're fucking making. If we're doing the same role. And if I'm doing it at a higher level, a higher capacity, I've been doing it longer, proven myself longer, pay me, dude. I don't like Jon Jones. I don't like the drug situation. I don't like the PED situation. I also don't like his attitude and what he's doing in Thailand, to speak to what my guy McDain is saying over here on the far end. But dude, you got to pay the man more than you're paying Tom Aspinall. And I say that as a guy who has a Tom Aspinall button on my damn soundboard. I love this dude. Okay, I think he's a big sensation, but you got to pay Cross's guy more.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if it doesn't happen, for me, it'd be because the money went right, not because Jones didn't want to fight. I don't think that would be the situation.
What do y'all think the pay-per-view numbers are going to do, though? I think it's going to be, especially how long everyone's been waiting out on it. I think the pay-per-views are going to be wild.
Bro,
I think they're going to get a bag.
If they bring that bitch to the fucking UK, they get over 100,000 people. We just saw what happened with Eubanks and Conor Ben. Like they filled out that bitch. Over 100,000 people out there, man. You know what I mean? Like they could put that shit together and they will sell out. They will sell out the UK. 100,000 easily in that fucking stadium. White Hart Lane, 100%.
But they ain't going to bring it here.
They're going to bring it here.
It's going to be MSG.
Yeah,
you know, what I'm trying to say is if they really truly want to capitalize on Tom, because he's going to be the next big thing, that shit should be in the fucking UK. If they really, if it's going to be the next big thing, because Jones is going to hang it up. We know that. So you really want to put the machine behind Tom, bring it over here and let it be on home. Let it be on home soil and just pay Jon Jones what he's worth. Everybody's going to be happy.
But yeah, you also need to think about the tax of fighting over here. John's going to go, fuck that. Yeah, I mean, because he's going to money in tax. Yeah.
Hey, no money.
That's partly why they struggle to get so many UFC fucking fighters coming to the UK is because of the tax.
No money, no fun.
Facts. Facts.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, if the UFC have to factor the tax in, like, just make sure the money is right for Jones. Like, he'll fight. I really think so. I got one last video here. This is the last one Leroy has put together for us, and I'll just get your reaction to the announcements. Here we go.
Dana White has announced major upcoming fights via Instagram Live. Islam Makhachev will vacate the lightweight title and move up to welterweight, where he will challenge Della Maddalena for the UFC welterweight championship. The now vacant lightweight title will be contested at UFC 317, with Ilia Topuria taking on former champion Charles Oliveira. Also at UFC 317, Alessandre Pantoja will defend his flyweight title against rising contender Kai Kara France. Looking ahead to UFC 319, Dricus du Plessis is set to defend his middleweight title against Khamzat Chimaev. Dana also says that he's still confident that Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall will happen.
Current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev is going to move up to the welterweight division to face Della Maddalena. UFC 317 International Fight Week, June 28th. You all know Ilia Topuria, undefeated, 16-0, vacated his featherweight title. And now he's moving up to lightweight, and he will face former lightweight champion and number 2 ranked Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title. Yes, vacant. Yes. Now UFC 319. We're returning to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, August 16th for the first time in 6 years. In the main event, the middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis will defend his belt against Khamzat Chimaev. Dricus' last 4 wins have come over former champs Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and Robert Whittaker. He hasn't lost in 7 years. 20 of his 23 wins have come by finish, and now he faces the undefeated 16-0 Khamzat Chimaev. This is a bad fight, and the fight you've all been waiting for. UFC 319 is back at the United Center in Chicago on August 16th. And stay tuned for more information about tickets and other fights that are on the card. We good? Everybody happy now? Jon Jones versus the heavyweight fight will happen. Just relax. I'll announce that soon. Wait, what do you got? What do you got? Everybody happy? Anybody mad? Everybody good? Let me see what we got here. Come on, fire away. We good? Yeah, it's good to be back in Chicago. It'll be fun. The main event's back. Great matchup. Oil up. I'm assuming that means everybody's happy. I'm not sure if oil up is a good thing, bad thing, but all right, everybody seems happy. Yes, Power Slap 13's coming too.
Fuck Power Slap. Let's talk about the fights he just announced. Let's talk about the fights he just announced there. I mean, the one that I was looking at everybody's reaction in the back, and Cross was mad happy when he announced DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev. I'm going to come to you, Baldies, on the fucking chat. Both of you. You're going for DDP, you're going for Khamzat. Let me come to you first.
Baldy number 1.
I was going to say, which Baldy?
Yeah, I'm going to go to y'all first here. Yo, I mean, this fight's happening in Chicago. This fight's happening in Chicago. It's going to be a big one. CIT's been taking a lot of beating lately. Let's not lie about him, brother. You know what I mean? And the next fight for CIT ain't easy, man. How confident are you feeling? Now we have a date for the fight. Now you see what's been going on at CIT. Even if Kraken was here, man, you know what I mean? We know what Kraken's going to be saying about CIT. Talk to me, man. How confident are you about DDP really going into this fight? and defending his title against a monster like Khamzat?
I'm very confident about the taser. So you've seen Monefis's taser. Yeah, it works. We've heard what DDP says about the taser. It works. But look, in all honesty, how confident am I? I'm confident. Why? Because that team, as much as they've had a tough 2025 so far, Dricus in and of himself fights the fight of his opponent. So he makes sure he understands his opponent. And that's why we can never really figure out what he's doing. Because what's going on normally? Because he's always doing something different. And for me, that's why, as much as Khamzat does what he doesn't know what DDP is going to do. And that's what gives DDP the edge. So I'm still confident DDP's still going to take it because he's going to prep for Khamzat. He's been fucking Khamzat's head this whole time. You've seen Khamzat complaining on social media. And once DDP gets into your head, you know what happens when DDP gets into your head. So, DDP's in.
Hey, he's evil.
Cross, he's in. He's in.
Across. He says DDP is in Khamzat's head, living rent free, bro. I mean, now that this fight's been announced, now we know when it's happening. What's your confidence levels? And like, does Khamzat make it look easier than everybody is making it out to be?
I'm very fucking confident. Very confident. I know the guy underneath me. I know he's going with DDP. I know y'all's going with DDP, but guys, Khamzat, the guy's different, man. He is truly different. Like, the drunken master style of Dricus may play on the feet, but when it's in the grappling, man, it gets all technical. You can't just be out here just winging stuff, bro. Like, you got to be on your game or you're going to get exposed by Khamzat, point blank, period.
You say DDP's been winging it? Fight. 20 of his 23 fucking wins are finishes. You think he's been winning? You think he's been winging it?
Come on, winging it,
bro. There's videos of him taking shots and he's looking at the ground. He's not even looking at his opponent. His eyes are closed. Like, what are we talking about here,
bro? Dude, I don't know. He might have been training to be able to do that. He might have been doing some blind boxing, bro. You know, I'm trying to say, like, I don't know.
All that sounds good, bro, but
you don't finish 20 of 23 of your fights by winging it and then being a UFC undisputed champion. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to
having defended against.
I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm not going to sit down here and listen to a disrespectful thing like that about DDP, bro. Like, to say he's winging it, I don't know, man. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, no disrespect to all the guys DDP has beaten already. No disrespect to any of them guys. He has not seen a wrestler on the level of Khamzat Chimaev. The best wrestler he faced was Derek Brunson. That is not Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, that's kind
period.
Of
so I get it. Like, oh, Dricus is this. Like, bro, no. He's gonna get exposed, man. He's gonna get exposed. Ever since Khamzat had his kid, bro, he's not super reckless, much more calm, taking his time, and bro, just methodical. And we already know he's gonna get the takedown. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna be holding your breath for the whole 5 minutes to see if your boy can survive.
Surprise, motherfucker! That's why he's gonna lose, because then he's become predictable. He should be wild if he wants to beat you.
Then I want to come to you next year, man, because this two can debate all day long, all they want. But like, when you look at this matchup, how are you looking at it, bro? Because we now have a date for it, we have a time for it, we know it's going to happen. Like, where you at with it?
I've experienced life, brother. I ain't getting in between two brothers like this. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and I'm gonna enjoy that fight. I ain't even getting in the mix. You know what I mean? Keep me out of it. Keep me out of it.
Okay, Olin.
But on that DDP, son.
I see you doing this while them man they were talking, because I'm gonna come to you next after Maddalena. I mean, what's your take on what the guys have been saying?
Look, man, you're right in everything that you say. You're right in everything you say, Crossover. Khamzat has I mean DDP has not experienced a grappler that fights at the level of Khamzat Chimaev, but I got to tell you, You're absolutely right, my friend, with your comment here that's already on the screen. I'm going DDP because while Khamzat is a pistol, right? He can blast a hole through any mortal man. DDP is a fucking tank. Okay? He's going to blast a hole through much larger structures. He is a powerhouse. South Africa zone. I just, look, you're right. DDP hasn't fought a grappler like him. But with all due respect, Khamzat hasn't fought an unpredictable fighter with the level of strength and power.
Has Khamzat been winging it?
As DDP. I won't say Khamzat's been winging it, bro. Because Khamzat's got skill. He pushes. He's the ultimate, like, I don't want to spar that guy on Saturday morning guy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
If I had to describe Khamzat, like, and of course you're saying fuck yeah, like you're a Muay Thai guy, you're like me. So like he's the epitome of like, nope, don't I could skip that guy all morning and I'll be a very happy guy. But fortunately for DDP, he's nothing like me and Sterling. He's not a Muay Thai guy. He's an MMA guy. He's a guy that's very well-rounded and at the same time not well-rounded at all because he's like a puppy dog. He's like a drunken style fighter, as the man above me who's going against me said. And the best thing about a drunken style fighter is my guy Cross. Have you ever tried to rationalize with a drunk person?
Absolutely not.
Right, because you'll always lose, right?
Yep.
Right. So Khamzat using his traditional style, his black belt style, brother, against a drunken style fighter, brother. What do you think is going to happen? You just said it yourself.
I'm so disappointed.
I love how you work.
Come on, big dog.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Let's go.
So disappointed.
Come on, I got you, bro. I got you. It's not ever going to happen again, probably, but I got you this time.
Let's go. Sterling, what are you saying about this matchup, bro? I mean, it's an interesting matchup on both sides. We know what both sides are capable of. I'll be interested to see how you see this playing out,
bro. This is the most like fucking in the air fight I've had. I don't know who to go with here, bro. If I had to pick though, I'd go with.
Go ahead. It was
cross. Now what you're doing is you're just bullying. You're just bullying at this point, bro.
That was great.
He was like, I'm going with Drake.
Bro, I'm going with Dreykus all day, bro. That was perfect, Cross. You just already know, bro. I don't know, man. I picked against him in Izzy. I picked against Dreykus and against Sean, and he's just
Dreykus.
Is that not it?
Oh,
this is a dry kiss.
Yeah, shut up, bro.
Yeah, but you probably picked against
Dreykus. Either way, he's got the right picks. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
By the way, that's why Dana doesn't like him, because he called him out on how he says his name. And I bet you $100 that's why Dana doesn't like DDP. Because when he won that last fight, he's like, even boss man Dana doesn't know how to say my name. I'm sure Dana did not like that. So Dana calls him Dreykus.
Bro, Dana looks like he's a bit checked out. He looks like he's more invested in Power Step 13. But overall, boys, hey, shout out Power Step 13. But I just think, first of all, Dreykus on the mic is evil. I don't think he's really gonna be able to get in Khamzat's head at all because he's just a fucking Croatian gangster. But dude,
Chechen.
Croatian.
Oh,
this brother really is fucked, bro. Like,
fuck, my bad.
Somebody needs to go back to geography class.
No, bro, I forgot he's Chechenian. So I'm going with DDP.
He's what?
He's Chechenian.
That's not it
He's
either.
What? He's what?
Norris.
He's Chechenian.
Hey.
That's better. There you go. That's better.
Chuck Norrisian.
I slowed down. I was like, oh shit, what did I say? All right, I'm going with Dreykus. I don't know who hasn't picked yet. I think Ola overall, brother. We got one Khamzat. We got 4 DDPs. What do you got?
I'm on the island.
No,
hey, shout out New Zealand.
No, I was gonna ask McDain.
The island of New Zealand.
I was gonna ask McDain real quick. Did you notice Dana there when it was gonna announce Jones versus Tom? He choked on Tom's name and couldn't say it. Like
he got that little bit of drip back. You know what I mean? Hit the back of his throat.
I thought, boy, that was a telltale. I don't know if that fight gonna happen.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
And then he turns around and says the heavyweight fight will happen. I was like,
try kiss.
You know what I mean? That doesn't feel me a confidence. Right, kiss. That's good. Oh, God.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, what they call? Yeah, let's start in the acronym.
Come on, dog. You saw Lane put the acronym out for me. Hey, shout out Lane, doing the Lord's work. Come on.
Yeah,
I want him. I want to hear him say South Africa, about South Africa.
Nah, brother, look. I know about Africa. As a fellow African myself, I know how to pronounce that.
Well, on that bombshell, we're gonna get out of here before you offend people around the world, bro.
Probably a good call.
And big love to everybody that stayed with us. Salute to every single one of you. Thank you for holding it down. Make sure you're liking the video, sharing, and make sure you're following everybody on the platform as well. And up onto the next video. Hasta la vista. We're out. Salute.
Why are you gay?
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.